The curse shines through, daring to play the game in raw daylight. You will remember that? What? What? The crying room, the crying room, the crying field. There is a room, we never see us inside. There is a room in which there is a woman who cries and cries. We hear her crying, but we never see her. The crying field, there is a room. The silence. The silence, but what happens during the silences? As I was moving her head, damn! Occasionally something. Use headphones for a better experience. I'm not using headphones. I'll just turn up a little bit. I can hear just fine. Red light. Spotlight. Yeah, light. Whatever that song was. The cold breeze that cuts through my skin abruptly ceases when the heavy door slams against the wall. The sound of the violent impact echoes around my head, piercing through my ears. They had no regard whatsoever when putting me in this room. In fact, they seemed to be enjoying the situation. The loud laughter contrasts with the heavy hands that guided me here, leaving me uncomfortable. Well, uncomfortable is a generous euphemism. The room is poorly lit and cold, except for the red light that is turned on through the window to my right. Instinctively, I turn towards it. The rectangle, shining with an almost sadistic color, distracts me for a second from the hell I find myself in. The light is strong enough to imprint your silhouette on my retina when I glance back down at the floor. As time passes, I lose myself in my own thoughts. Confusion sets in my mind. Among all the questions racing through my mind, one sounds the loudest. Why? My heart races as fast as my mind now. I think of the worst possibilities. I have no way out. The chains that bind my wrists cut with a rusty metal smell, like the people who left me here. Suddenly a loud bang echoes louder than my thoughts. The door swings open. I'm chained to the floor in such a way that I can't look back, but I try anyway. The chain slam violently against the floor as I turn. Surprisingly, the echo isn't as loud. Shortly after, I hear heavy footsteps rapidly approaching me. I squeeze my eyelids tightly, preparing for an impact that doesn't happen. But instead, a soft voice fills my ears in the surrounding environment. It has a deep tone, but with a touch of compassion. Edgar. I respond. For a moment, I forgot that's my name. In fact, I forget everything. All my memories are only coming back when the voice says my name again. Did you hear me? Edgar? Yes. My voice escapes my mouth roughly and hoarsely. Alright. The sound of chains dragging against the uneven floor fills the silence. But they're not mine. You need to cooperate with me. Now that my throat makes me swallow the last trace of saliva in my dehydrated mouth before speaking. How? I need you to tell the truth, starting now. Starting now? You lied, Edgar. Your daughter didn't see the second son. Why did you lie? I can hear my blood rushing through my veins and up to my neck as soon as he mentions my daughter. The chains cut into my arms as I try to violently turn towards him. Edgar, stop. I try again. I can feel the warm blood dripping through my arms. I smell it mixing itself with the scent of the iron. Edgar? My knees find the ground as I lose the strength to fight against the chains. She's okay. I just need to know why you lied. The questions he asked me make no sense at all. The voice sighs. You lied when you wrote, she never saw the savior. My teeth grind. It was a fake story. I managed to speak, and anger is evident in the way the words come out of my mouth, or try to come out. But you said it was true. It's on the cover. Did you still lie, Edgar? I highly doubt it. What? You saw it, didn't you? My jaw clenches involuntarily, muscles twitch with anger. Edgar, you saw the second son. Not your daughter. I didn't see anything. It's a fake story. Why? Don't lie again. As he interrupts me, his voice rises for the first time. A chill runs down my spine. I haven't assessed the danger of the situation yet. I don't see him. I have no idea how big he is or what he might be planning to do. I'm only reminded of my position when his voice changes. Several seconds of silence pass before I start to hear sobs. He's crying. God's giving you the chance for forgiveness, Edgar. Please, just get this over with. What do I? The story is fake. The book is fake. My daughter saw nothing and neither did I. Nothing happened. Just promise me that you won't touch her. I can't tell him anything but the truth. I understand the connection of my book to all of this. I just need to know that she's okay. The crying stops. The chains move. The door closed with the same intensity as before. I am alone. I try to reorganize my memories from before. The smell of the fabric they used to suffocate me comes back to haunt my mind. I have no idea how long I've been unconscious. I try to replay the day in my memory. I realize the state I'm in. I don't even have the strength to lift my head. My eyelids start to feel heavy. My breathing slows down. And by surrendering to the unhealthy floor. Tears stream voluntarily down my face, moistening the hairs of my beard before falling onto the floor where I'm lying. I can't think. I am tired. Oh, wait. One. Wake up with a racing heart. The memory of landscapes and paintings that disturb my dreams is as clear as the light shining upon me. A light that, by the way, burns when it touches my skin. I take a moment to look up. The room has no ceiling. That would explain the cold from last night. Looking around, I can see the state of the environment. Walls with torn wallpaper and a single window that once glowed red. The dream I had was just repetition of my memory, except for the crying. Just trying to recall the dream makes my hair stand on end. The image of a serpent is vivid in my memory. I just can't remember how. A knock on the window from the other room snatched me out of the trance. I try to approach to examine the room. The chains creak as they move away from my previous position. My arms are numb from being in the same position for so long. Trying to be discreet, I check if there's someone on the other side, but I see it's more sinister than a person. I lift my head, I come face to face with an iron cross in the middle of the room. Dry blood scattered across the walls and mainly on the metal ornament. On the walls amidst the blood, I see religious figures and paintings of entities in Baroque style. An expression that seems static in the face of the torture they witnessed. A hole in the ceiling lets sunlight shine onto the crucifix, along with a lamp affixed to the surface, which emitted the red light the previous night. I recoil as I realize I shouldn't have seen the same. My body's muscles tense and I can feel my blood rising. My breathing quickens and the chains slacken as I return to my place. I can't panic. The window in the other room creaks with the breeze coming from above, echoing the same sound that made me investigate the other room. I sighed as I realized it wasn't a trap. A knock behind me sends shivers down my spine. It was close enough for my feet to feel the vibration of the impact on the floor. As I turn around, I find a fruit. An unrecognizable fruit. I look up and I don't see the giver of this offering, only the radiant sun and its intense light. Could someone have taken on pity on me? Someone groans as I bend down to pick up the fruit. It fits perfectly in the palm of my hand. I haven't eaten in a long time, long enough to make me ignore questions about its origin. With a sigh, I take the first bite. It's delicious. 2. Today is the second day. I quickly realized I woke up at a different time than yesterday by the light entering the room. It's almost evening. No strange dreams this time. No one's trying to communicate with me yet. Even the guy with the mysterious voice is being missed. I take a moment to look at the sky again. At this point, dehydration should have killed me, given the amount of sun I've been exposed to. However, strangely, I don't feel the slightest bit of thirsty. What was in that fruit? My question is abruptly interrupted by a sharp pain that erupts in my throat. Instinctively, I try to swallow my saliva, only to worsen the cutting sensation. My tongue feels like a blade in my own throat, and my saliva turns into needles. Blisters form on the roof of my mouth and cheeks, spread to every area touched with my tongue. The sound of a cry escapes my throat, and it's not from my voice. The tears and sweat from a pool that acts like a mirror in the crevices on the brick floor, and like a hypnotism, I distract myself from everything that's happening. The reflection of a weak and defeated man is shown. It takes me a few seconds to realize it's me. My skin is dry and I notice my face is thinner. My gaze is tired and lifeless. Despite the whirlwind of pain I'm feeling, I find relief in my reflection. There's some peace there in my gaze, perhaps because I realize that despite everything I still see Alice's gaze in mine. After all, she has my eyes. With a smile at the reflection, she smiles back. A smile that feels like a hug, so warm, so comforting. Daughter, you have this extraordinary ability to calm anyone's heart just by showing your teeth. I miss you, Alice. I pray that you're safe in your own home, but I can still feel you here. Suddenly the cutting sensation turned to one of suffocation. Something starts rising up in my esophagus and I wither in pain. The pain scratching my throat finally ceases when I vomit. A fetus? The embryo that leaves my throat dries as soon as it hits the ground. I can't understand. My vision blurs, my blood pressure slowly drops. My head falls to the ground along with the rest of my body next to the creature. I can see the muscles of the fetus twitching as it tries to breathe. My vision becomes increasingly blurry with each passing second, but I can still notice something approaching the creature. It's a small figure moving swiftly. A spider? I remember an image of an arachnid from my dream last night. Finally, my mind, who's also running in circles trying to understand, gives up. My eyelids slowly close. Three. I can hear the waves breaking, my clock ticking. I'm home. It's comforting, but it's an illusion. I can feel that I'm dreaming. Dad? Yes. I feel ugly. Can't be true, sweetheart. Mom said my hair looked better before. Alice? She doesn't know what she's talking about. Come on, let's get out of the room. Not right now. It's just a few more seconds. You're running late. You have to promise you'll tell the truth when I show up, okay? Okay. Why would you look at me? That made my soul flinch. I'm jerked awake by my own desperate screams. As I regain consciousness, I realize I'm trapped in the metal structure that forces me to remain standing. My own weight starts to slowly suffocate me. Look down at my feet and realize I'm attached to the cross from the previous room. Echoes of footsteps resonate through the corridors of the structure, drawing closer with each passing moment, before I can attempt to react anyway. I hear someone moving behind me quickly as if they realize I've regained consciousness. Suddenly a rough claw wraps around my head, muffling my vision and senses. The hands that immobilize me carry the metallic scent of chains that have held me all this time. Owners of the footsteps approaching the room finally arrive, gently opening the door. They are singing. There are so many footsteps on the floor I can't discern the number of people present. Anxiety starts to take over again, and my breathing quickens. A specific voice seems to be preparing for a speech, and all the footsteps quiet down as the voice clears its throat. The world gathers for the coronation. With all its applause, the spirit takes hold of me. Who are you? I scream, my voice is swallowed by the clamor. All hail the prince. Answer me? Hello? What the fuck's going on? The person who blindfolded me now gently placing the object on my head. It looks like a crown. Someone approaches me from the front and runs their hand over my cheek, wiping away my tears. Calm down, son of the sun. The voice whispers soft and comforting. You will be okay. The footsteps begin to fade as the chorus increases the intensity of the hymns. And suddenly, worship. Everything stopped. Okay, bitch. Hello? Alice, forgive me. I blame myself for not being there to protect you, daughter. And I will blame myself for the rest of eternity. I couldn't fully appreciate everything you were. We didn't talk constantly. You have your own life now, I understand. Your own home, your own people, your own family. But it's been a few weeks since we last spoke. I didn't even know if you were alive. I should have said I love you more often. You always knew. You always knew when to smile, when to celebrate, when to cry, when to love. You see me more times than I can count. It's been 23 years where every breath I took came from you, and I dreamed of leaving this room and holding you like it used to be, when you still fit in my arms, holding you tight and feeling your delicate hand around my finger. Feeling your tears calm with the sound of my voice. You're the best thing I ever done, Alice. Can't wait to see you surprised on your mother's face when I get there and tell her all about your beautiful woman you've become. I want to live where the sun never stops shining. I want to live seeing the world through your eyes. I'm going to the garden now. The garden where the flowers have your scent. The garden that your mother took care of and prepared for me, and eventually for you. We waiting for you, Alice. I just hope you can forgive me. It's okay, Dad. They will turn on the red light after you leave. Just like they did with me. Illuminating that damn window. But they will soon realize the truth. Okay. Is that it? False Messiah. Okay. That was red light. That's the about section. That's preferences, and yeah, that's pretty much it. If y'all want to play this game, of course, everything will be in the description below, but that is it. So take it as it is, I guess. Yeah, that was a very interesting experience. I did enjoy that. 10 out of 10. All right, so with that being said, I'm gonna end it here. So hopefully y'all had a good day, good yesterday, and better tomorrow, and I'll catch y'all in the next video.